Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Shed of Dread. Well, so the last video I did was about Philip Schofield basically admitting that he'd lied and he was, well, he knew the kid when he was 10 and got him a job in the TV. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I have to be very careful because of the way it is. But of course, this is all beginning to have some serious fallout for other people involved. Biggest one, of course, is this question. Did Holly know? This is obviously for the Mail Online. As the future of ITV bosses and This Morning hangs in the balance after Philip Schofield's affair confession and the fact he lied and he was a dirty, horrible man, attention turns to the star whose behind-the-scenes feud with the co-star ended in his ousting. I don't think it was. I think it was because the story, the truth, was about to come out and they used that as a smokescreen. But that's just what I feel. We'll get rid of that. Holly Willoughby is today at the centre of the fallout from Philip Schofield's affair, as questions remain over whether she knew co-star's deceit or if she was too hoodwinked by the presenter. No, she knew. She was far, far, far too close, as we'll cover a little bit later, for her not to know. Philip Schofield, 61, made a bombshell confession to the Mail last night. It wasn't a bombshell. Everybody else pretty much knew this was going to happen. This was always going to be, this was on the way it was coming. But in any case, he had a relationship with a much younger man. He met him when he was 10 at the stage company that his brother worked with. That brother that's just been recently jailed for paedophilia. Any case, while still married to Stephanie Lowe. So he came out as gay and everybody went, oh, we wonder if he come out as gay. But the only reason he came out as gay is because his wife found out that he was busy shagging a woman. Apologies for the pictures appearing on there. This is the way it is. The star further confessed he lied to his employer ITV, to his colleagues, to his friends and his agents. We covered that all before in the other one. I know Eamonn Holmes took to social media a string of allegations suggesting station bosses knew the claims of Schofield and never once took action, leaving ITV's flagship magazine programme hanging in the balance. Well, if you knew that and you were aware of that, why didn't you say anything? Now, is this a case of you rapidly trying to cover your arse because it's obvious that you knew? Or is it just the fact that you decided to keep it quiet until it all came out? The thing is, if the bosses knew and you knew the bosses knew and they didn't do anything, why didn't you say anything before? A lot of people are coming out. I mean, Dan Wooten's come out and said, oh, it's about time, yet was sucking up his arse when it all came out that he was gay and it was wonderful and this, that and the other. So you've got a lot of people here who are now realising they could get in a pile of shit themselves if the spotlight swung on them with a mess that it is. So now we're going to come out and pretend that this didn't happen, that didn't happen. Oh, they all knew about it, but nothing was done, and quickly deflect everything. Any case, naturally attention is now turned to Holly, who sat along Schofield, daytime TV show for 13 years, learnt all the skills that was necessary to do the job, and then promptly jumped on him apparently, but I don't think so, as I said earlier in the video. Who enjoyed a very public friendship and his wife Stephanie even holidaying together most years. So if this is what happened, she knew. Holly knew. She knew. She's got to have known. And we go through some random pictures. You're going to go past that. Co-stars have previously plastered holiday slaps all over Instagram, showing them doing their best shots and poses in the sunshine, with Schofield labelling Holly his bestie, also described as my rock, when reports of their feud emerged earlier this month. I don't think it is. If there is a feud, it's because all this was coming to light. And Holly finally realised that she was going to be in a world of shit, thinking that this is my opportunity to step away and try and get it and think I can get away with not being covered in any mud. But I'm afraid this mud is going to hit everybody. And that's why you can see them all panicking and rushing to say, oh, we knew this, we knew that. Oh, we know he was always this, he was always that. But none of them ever said anything. Remember that. None of these people who are coming out now and saying, oh, it's terrible, it's this, that and the other, none of these famous people, oh, well, we knew, oh, well, this, that and the other, they didn't say shit about it until now. Until now, when they realise they're all going to get covered in sticky, smelly shit mud, now they're going to say, oh, I did this, I did that. Rubbish. If you knew, and you did know, then you should have said something. But of course, you were never going to, because you didn't want to. Because just like the old Jimmy Savile bit and the old Rolf Harris bit, it was easier to turn a blind eye than to admit anything. because you were all too busy looking after your careers and not worrying about anything else, and just hoping and praying that none of the mud stuck to any of you. When Schofield came out as a gay in 2020, because he had no choice, Holly wrote on Instagram that she'd be never more prouder of my friend than I am today, so she knew about it, and this was said to have thrown her support behind Stephanie in the lead up to the aftermath of the announcement. So she knew about the fact that Schofield was, gay. I mean, I think very much already knew that, but then helped his wife. A source said at the time, Holly loves Steph and knows the two of them have been through some really difficult conversations. She was there for both of them during this time and would, of course, never betray their confidence. So she knew. She knew. The wife knew that Philip had been obviously shagging a younger boy behind her back, and they were confiding in each other. She knew. Holly was often sharing drinks with a couple of sporting events, like Wimbledon and Ascot, when they, during the pandemic, was sitting there 2 meters apart and giving it all the stuff and feeding the fear. And then as soon as they disappeared and went out, they didn't give a shit. She's halfway through a 2-week break presenting duties, taking early leave. She ran away because she didn't want to get covered in the shit. That's why. And it's due back on the sofa Monday the 5th of June. We'll wait and see if that happens. Yet this morning, as facing an uncertain future with the staff at ITV left stunned by Schofield's revelation night, sparking suspicion their bosses and the questions if they knew about one of the biggest stars and his much younger male friend. And potentially, this could be the tip of the iceberg. ITV's press office slammed their former star's presenter's admission of deceit, essentially throwing him under the bus. That's because they're trying to cover their arses. Plain and simple. All of this, is this and the other, we're going to this and the other. This is just them covering their arses. But at the helm of the channel is a group of executives who would hard to believe that they were not aware of the allegations. They all knew. All this is all bull. Mail Online's content representative Holly Willoughby for comments. She's not going to say anything, and her representatives are not going to say anything until they've sat down, see how much shit could stick and how much they could brush off before they say anything. Schofield admitted their affair while he claimed was unwise but not illegal. In later statements, also apologised to his wife and family. How embarrassing. I feel so sorry for Philip Schofield's wife. I feel so sorry for his children to have to realise that, Daddy was basically shagging somebody younger, a male. It's just the thing. It's just the deceit is just unreal. I mean, you got pictures like this one at the bottom here. You tell me she didn't know. Utter bullshit if she says she didn't. Lying. Eamonn Holmes, the previously presented show with his wife Ruth Langsford, continued to make a string of allegations, says they knew of the claims, but never took action. You knew. If you knew that, why didn't you say anything? Now, don't come running out now. You had all the time in the world, like all of them. All of you are coming out and going, we knew it was going on, but no, that it was up to the bosses. No, it's not. It's up to you. If you see something that's wrong, you should say something. But of course you won't, because you're threatened with your career, and that's all you care about. All you care about is being on the telly and earning money. You're not going to do anything to shake that boat, rattle that boat, and knock yourself out. Yeah? You have to look at people look at Gina Carano when she put up her thing. There was nothing wrong with that, but because she took a stand to say this was wrong, she was got rid of. Yeah? Look at the way that Noel Clarke has been treated recently. I mean, the ITV are coming out and saying, we've done an investigation and they, no one else knew, so everything's fine. Well, what happened with Noel Clarke? I mean, you all should know by now that, I'm a fervent believer that Noel Clarke's innocent because he didn't do anything. I mean, this guy's actually came out here and admitted he's lied and had an affair, admitted that he did wrong, and they go, well, okay, you can go. And nothing else happens to him. But then when Noel Clarke gets accused by a load of people and none of it's ever proven, which is akin to, everybody said there wasn't any problem, there is no problem, then why isn't he back? But of course, we protect certain people, we don't. I mean, look how long Harvey Weinstein was protected, for instance, and Jeffrey Epstein, and why even today the Jeffrey Epstein client list has never been released, because, of course, it's all famous people. Any case. So this is just bullshit. I'm sick of these people coming out now and going, I'm going to moan. They knew, like this sensationally claimed he knew what kind of man the star was and didn't take action. So why didn't you? Why didn't you say anything? Yeah, exactly. So if you didn't say anything and you're coming out and saying it now, sit down and shut up, because you're just full of it. It's no good pretending now and trying to cash in on it and trying to make it look like, Schofield has finally been caught out, but he's not the only guilty party. Well, I agree with that. Later tweet this morning, presenter claimed in to have been deceived about the allegations from it. On one day, I will tell the story. Why not now? Or why not before? So the couple have been taken for fools. Well, no, you're the fools now. If you knew, you should have come out and said something there and then. But no, you're not going to do that. Not until it's, oh shit, we better cover ourselves, get away, run away, because we're going to get into trouble. Bullshit. You're all cowards. If you knew, you say something. I mean, look how Johnny Rotten got treated when he came out and said that he knew full well that Jimmy Savile was fiddling kids. He actually said that. What happened? Boom, gone, disappeared. Weren't allowed back on telly. Blah, blah, blah. Gone. Because that's what's all that mattered. Did he care? No. He stood his ground. And it's just like everything else with all the way the world's going at the moment, this wokeness and everything else. People have got to start standing the ground. You knew, if you knew, you should have said something there and then. Because it only takes a good man to turn a blind eye for evil to prosper. I've got no time for all this. ITV spokesman were deeply disappointed with the admission of deceit made tonight by Philip Schofield. You all knew. I would imagine the vast majority of relationships we work with are based on trust. Philip had assurance that he acknowledges when truly. I don't care. I don't even think he technically resigned. I think it got to a stage where they were told, go. Yeah. Read more. Philip Schofield admits a fairly young was communist while he's married. Host met man when he was a teen. No, he was 10 and lied to cover up on-off fling, but says it was not illegal. No, you may not have had sex with him, but you freaking well groomed him. I mean, you helped a 10 to 11-year-old get a job in TV. You groomed him. You made him so he saw you as the thing. And the more you look at it, and I don't care what people say, people go, well, I don't care. The simple truth of the matter is, the more you look at this, it's an abuse of power, abuse of trust, and clearly the kid was groomed. Yeah, it's legal. It's not illegal. Well, that means you was shagging him at 16 then, because that's not illegal, is it? Consenting and all that sort of stuff. So don't give me that. Don't give me that at all. Yeah, Dan Wooten, he can shut up as well. Huge questions. No. You were all giving him and licking his arse when he came out as gay, so shut up and sit down. Don't keep coming out. Yeah, was outrage with not allowed to go on so far. Wooten said the biggest alleged cover-up taken place. The secretary went to stand broadcasters as woke. That'll help. Yeah, I'll just throw it in. He went on to urge all senior executives of the company to step down. Yeah, but if you knew this, you could have said something, but you didn't. You said, oh, I knew and I went to them and complained, but they didn't do anything. Bullshit. You're just covering your own arse. The claim has since been retweeted by ex-Loose Women host Carol McGiffin. It claims that she hit out Schofield for being a bloody rude last week. I presume so. I don't know why that has to be started out. But the simple truth of the matter is, see, Carol McGiffin's one, she's lost a job at Loose Women because she won't back down from her beliefs. No matter how much she pees people off, she stood her ground. And that's why she's no longer got a job at Loose Women. Broadcaster Piers Morgan simply re-shared the initial article with the Mail with the short phrase, blimey. Bullshit. Why aren't you saying anything, Piers Morgan? This is the kind of thing would be right up your alley to stick the knife in, but blimey, is that it? Really? And the occasional misfortune Carol, paid for by the Labour Party of Aldermen, said on the BBC, have I got news for you, that the money was on Alison Hammond to replace Schofield. Alison Hammond is a Brummie girl. I've actually met her. Lovely, wonderful person, and why not? That's, of course, if the show survives, because in reality, I can't stand This Morning. The wife has it on every morning. Well, in reality, it's just background noise, waste of time. Asked by co-host Ian Hosel if the presenters would be Holly and Carol, she replied, no, probably Holly and Alison. I would have thought, but that's where I put my money. Yeah, because no one's going to employ Carol Vorderman because you're a waste of space. Host for the evening, Steph McGovern, agreed, adding, I suppose it's always going to be really difficult, isn't it? But there's between the love duo. There's no rift. Stop with this rift crap, yeah? There is no rift. What there is Holly realising that shit sticks and she's trying to run away. Just like the rest of them. Just like all of them. Pouring out and going, oh, I did this, I knew that, I knew this, oh, they didn't do anything. You knew and you're just running. Question we asked whether the executive to ITV knew relationship. Yes, of course they did. Insider told The Sun, goes right to the top, reading Syria heads could roll. If there's any suggestion of a cover-up, they could be culpable. There is a cover-up. It's blatantly obvious. Everybody's been saying this for what now, 3 years? I mean, it all came to light in 2020, really? So don't give me that. It's also possible that this morning could end up getting the axe. I hope it does. It's a sack of crap, pointless programme. It's just ridiculous. Chief Executive Carol McCall and the PR circuit Paul Moore, she brought in with her from EasyJet in 2018, were running the organisation at the time, along with Director Television Kevin Ligo. Both Ms. Call and Ligo said to have been allies of Schofield and extremely supportive of him. Well, if you are, you're covering for him. There's the cover-up. It's as simple as that. There is the cover-up. The allies, and they're extremely supportive of him, they covered it up. It says right there, that's what, if they're that close of allies and very extremely supportive, just like his management team who brought in people to help him, special people to help him, they all knew. They were all trying to do damage control and they couldn't because it's got out. And I don't give a shit about this no super injunction, because everything was quiet when there was a rumour in the 2020 when it was first coming out that this injunction was, and it was only for 3 years. 2023, injunction's running out, shit's hitting the fan. Don't give me this. Also, at the time, ITV's head of daytime, Emma Gawley, she was and still is the overseer of Channel's 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. programmes, which includes Good Morning Britain, Lorraine, and of course This Morning. Then there's the show's editor, Martin Frizzell, who has for many years been very close to Schofield. Many years, one of those who cleared up his presenter's mess. If you want any more evidence there's a cover-up, just read between the lines. Yeah, I'm clearing up his mess. There have, of course, been many rumours about Schofield and his much young colleagues were on television industry for a little over 3 years. There you go, it started January 2023. Then we go on about this, which we've already covered. Holmes went on to Mimi Collins and said, the couch will not be the same without him being there. She wanted him not there. So that's what she's moaning about. They deserve each other, I suppose. He went on, Holly is as false as he is. Nobody's talking about the elephant in the room. She said, I thank him for his knowledge, experience, and humour, all the things she didn't have when she came to the show. Well, if that's true, that's called stabbing in the back. If it is true, but I still maintain, and I don't, whether I'm proved right or I'm proved wrong, it doesn't matter. They all knew that this is all, I'm running away so the shit doesn't stick. I could give you a list of lack of kindness, and just look at my phone where people are glad to see the back of them. Yeah, he said that on GB News, but that's fine. But why didn't you say anything? I'm not interested about his, things that was going to happen. I'm not interested in the apology. We've covered all that. So there you go. It's quite clear that people covered it up. It's quite clear senior executives knew. It's quite clear that Holly knew. It's quite clear that loads of people apparently knew, did nothing, and now playing the we knew. It was up to the it's up to the management. No, it's not. It's up to you. You see something wrong, you call it out. But of course, your precious career is far more important than anything else. Any case, I'm finished. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you want to see some more while I do my chitting and chatting on Facebook and Twitter, the links are there below. And that's it. And with that, you just have one more thing left to do, and that is leave the shed.